Jesus, can I finally stream now? Holy crap. YouTube's such a pain in the ass. Alright, hello everyone. Much later than I was hoping. Part of that is it took time to get some stuff ready, and then part of that was, I don't know what YouTube is doing right now, but, you know, sometimes, like, I use Brave as my browser, just because, like, I'm not using Chrome's garbage. Put it mildly at this point. I mean, the truth is, like, Google doesn't really make very good products that much anymore. But so I use Brave, and, like, Brave's got built-in ad blocking stuff. So, you know, like, YouTube kind of goes back and forth over that with Brave, and they, try to make some efforts to, you know, force people to turn off the ad filters, and then Brave kind of gets around it. Then they'll just do this back and forth, you know, every few months or so, and Brave usually figures something out in a week or so, and then it's right back to where you were originally. Now, the thing is, for like the last couple of weeks, YouTube has done something that has really broken the website, and I know it's not the ad blockers because I can turn the ad blockers off and it still has problems. And it has broken it to the point where it's not just like watching videos, but just like trying to do anything on the website. It's a fucking disaster right now. Like just making a stream, like whether the pages are going to load properly or not, is a big if. And, you know, it'd be one thing if like with the ad blockers on it didn't work, but you turn them off and they work. But shit doesn't even work with the ad blockers off. And if this is them trying to go after people just for using Brave, period, well, that's how you get sued in court. Because YouTube, while they may not have an entire monopoly on the web browser market, they absolutely have a market on the video market at the moment with YouTube. And one of the things that can get you in a lot of trouble in a hurry is trying to use two businesses to strong-arm people into using your product. Right, that's what got Microsoft in trouble many a year ago with Internet Explorer. But anywho, at least everything's kind of ready now, so don't have too much time to screw around today. Just gonna have to go. Now we got PBs 2 days in a row, so 3 days seems a little bit too much to ask, but who knows? You never know. Alright. Everything's set up. Looks like we're good. Man, it's gonna be hard not to lose time on this very first section for a little while. Okay, 3, 2, 1, hoy. 314, 556s. Pretty damn fast for me. But thing is, like, I need to be getting times like that more like a standard rather than a PB. That time is still well behind top times. Already slow there on that push though. Whatever, let's just keep going. Can't let all this YouTube garbage get me mad. Sloppy there. Good. Sorry, what, 6 times swinging the sword already? It's way over par. Jesus. Disaster. Let's just do that. 6:02 is just a shit time. This is bad. Let's do that again. Tried to hold that one in. Bit of a mess there, but we're just gonna keep going. Come on. There's no point. Time shit and I'm gonna die. When I grab that big key, if it already says 3 minutes on the timer, the time's not very good. Can't believe I got through that without getting hit. Ah. All right, we're out the door. Such an awkward place for him to stop. You're just barely in the way, but it's kind of hard to hit him because of the way your sword swing works. Jesus. Oh man, it's gonna suck if I die. A few times in a row now. Took me 3 hits to pick that up. Oh, please be nice. Ah, damn it. I didn't think about that. I didn't have enough arrows to do that. Shit. Spotted too high. Initial position was too high. That's why that one arrow just could have missed. Needed to kill that one to the left. Shouldn't have just left it. That's a pretty smooth run other than that. That sucks. Got a nice time for her to got a clean kill on that guard. Come on. That sucks. All that unnecessary damage right at the end really hurt. Oh, no, at the end, the second half of the sewer, I guess, is more appropriate. And the rat running up into the corner, too. That was just a really unlucky chain of events there. I was thinking about it. How many other left-handed protagonists are there in video games? I mean, I would assume Link's left-handed if he's swinging his sword with his left hand. Who knows? Maybe he's not. Well, the only other noteworthy left-handed major game character I can think of off the top of my head is Bane from Final Fantasy IV. I mean, there's probably others, but none really come to mind. shit timing on him deciding to do that. Drop, please. Alright, let's not screw this up this time, please. Wasted like a second or two there. A waste. Frustrating. That shouldn't have happened. I can absolutely get this soon under. $11 minutes with the right run. It clearly was too high up. First 6 I've had in a long time there. A really long time. It's been weeks. Ah. Bad. That's dumb. Oh, what am I doing? Why didn't you throw the jar? It's too fast for the button, maybe. Why didn't it dash? I should have been so much better in that. It's frustrating. I don't know the right pixel. I was gonna bonk. That could have been a lot better. Way too many arrow shot misses. At least it would have put me ahead of yesterday, though. Alright. That'll do. Come on. Ah. Mostly unscathed. Be better off on that one rock if I hadn't hesitated. Would have got dead either way. Yes, sir. All right, doing good, we're doing good. Looking good. Okay, please be nice today. Having a nice little run here. Oh, Lord. Jesus. my mind there for a second. That knocked me off. That might have been the difference between a gold split there. I can't believe how far he knocked me. And considering it was diagonal, I'm really lucky that I ended up back on the platform and not in the pit. I really would have lost my shit. Alright, normal run, whatever. This run's actually pretty good. I'm pissed to lose it that way. There we go. Ah. This is the first half of the game I needed yesterday. Could have gotten that sub 157. And as long as Agano isn't a complete disaster, we're going to pick up a lot of time there. Yesterday was a 7. 7. 7. Oh, Dionko, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Hopefully have another good run today. That's a good run so far. Just need the RNG to work out. That's an entirely different question. Oh lord, that was a bad line. There we go. Out the door. That's fine. So now I can do this. Oh, that one. That's not cool. How the hell did you see me? Oh my lord. That was extremely unlucky. Oh. Oh well. Oh, damn it. Shit. That sucks. It's too long. It's really, really long run. It sucks. Hate to lose time there. Oop. That should have been a lot better. Okay, so anything less than a 7 will be better than yesterday. I'm hoping for like a 1 or a 2, as always, but geez, come on, even a 3. Oh, of course not. Oh, God. Jesus. Phew. 3. Four. Come on. God damn it. Still not over yet. You can still get this to 7 eventually. Oh my God, come on. 5. 6. Oh my Lord. Kidding me. How? Oh my God, that's infuriating. Thanks for the follow, Dooney771. Unreal. It rains, it pours. Oh my. That's what, 5 gifted subs there? Thank you very much. I don't even... Okay, there's a whole bunch of noises going on right now I've never heard before. Alright, I'll check this in a little bit. Oh, I really appreciate that, dude. I'm just gonna... Sorry, kind of concentrating on this right now, but hopefully this run turns into something here. I just need the shovel game not to, be a disaster. Okay. Oh, so I forgot to hit the button on the last split. That's fine. $35.24, man, that's just... の野郎、昨日も今日も協力してくれない。I got him. Alright, let's go. Come on. Just get through this dungeon and then we'll figure out whether we've got to run or not. Oh, that was stupid. What am I doing? That's the same mistake 3 days in a row. Up. Whatever. Man, that hitbox is huge on the lower side. Come on, one more heart, please. I need a heart here. Oh well. Shouldn't have taken that damage, that's my fault. Thanks for the follow, T-Beer. And come on. Alright, got it. Good enough. Not ideal, but good enough. Alright. Okay, you play nice today, please. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That is almost the perfect way for him to play. Thank you. I really appreciate that. No fireballs and just moving back and forth. Or up and down, I mean, left, not left or right, just want to move it up and down, up and down, up and down. This could have been a really good split if I hadn't messed up the damage. Alright. And don't lose any time on life regain. That's always nice. Alright. Not necessary to dash down there, but old habits die hard. Oh, that's too bad. Messed it up. Threw way too early. About a 5-second loss there. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What happened? Okay, stay away. Alright. Got it. Okay. That's high enough. Messed up that quick warp a couple times recently, just makes me nervous now. Okay. Significantly better time than yesterday, but all it takes is for this not to go well and everything right in the dumpster. Alright, if it's a 2, I can still maybe do something with this. It's going to be real hard, though. It's got to be a 2, though. Well, I regret to inform you that this run is der kaput. But we will do as we always do and dig till we get it. Because this in and of itself can be entertaining. When it takes me 11 tries to get a 1 in 3 opportunity. I have to question what I'm doing. That was some pretty bad digging there. I can't really blame the game for it not showing up. Just FYI, in case there's anyone watching who might not know, the way that this game works is the heart piece that you want to show up doesn't show up on any dig. You have to dig 24 holes. Then, from the 25th hole onward, you have a 1 in 32 chance of getting that heart piece to show up. So unless you dig 25 holes, you can play this game forever, and you will never, ever, ever get the heart piece to show up. So the most important thing, and obviously with any kind of game that's based off of odds, the most important thing is the number of opportunities, but with this game especially, you want to dig as many holes as possible to try to get your odds as good as possible. So the most holes I have ever dug is 37. You can get 37 pretty consistently as long as your movement's pretty efficient and you don't mess up a dig. If you mess up one dig, 36 pretty much becomes the ceiling. Now there may be some guys who are super good at this game who can get 38 digs off, but I have never accomplished it personally. That there was 37. So 37 minus 25, that's 12, so that's 12, or no, that's 13, or 37 minus 24, that's 13, so 13 out of 32. That's a roughly 40% chance for it to show up, and it still didn't show up. I mean, that's not exactly the math for it. You gotta do 31 out of 32 to the 13th power, but it's going to come out roughly around the 35 to 40% area. It's just kind of, back of the envelope math. But because of the way the game works, just so we're clear, it's actually possible to dig a hole in every single spot here and not get the heart come up. Like, I initially always thought it was just, the heart was hidden somewhere on the map, so... But nope. That's not how it works. It's a rather wild and crazy game. Like, I don't know of any other RNG game I've seen that works quite like this. There's a lot of really kind of interesting decisions they made with the programming of this game that I would like to know what the reason was for, because they clearly had to have had a reason to do some of the kind of strange things they did. Like, you just wouldn't do that for no reason. Like, one of them being like how Link accelerates when he walks. What is this now? Number 7? Still haven't gotten this thing? This is payback for 2 1s in a row. Karma will have its due, folks. I was able to get PBs yesterday and the day before because, well, Shovel Game was 1. Today, Shovel Game is barreling towards double digits. Oh, Lord. Yeah, it just won't show up. Like, it legit just will not show up right now. actually been digging pretty well. I think it's just the third attempt I was really kind of garbage on, but at that point it didn't matter anyway. First and second attempts were solid. Everything since then, like I've gotten 37 a number of times. Man. Come on, game. What is this, 8 or 9 now? Should have counted. Like I didn't imagine it would take this long. Congratulations to Ganem. It's not your fault today. Oh Lord. We are having a time here. It's 7.5 minutes lost already. It's going to be 8 because we have to count this one. Welcome to me playing this game, folks. Like, I don't get, like, medium luck. You know, like, a lot of people, they get, you know, like, the average is supposed to be, like, 3, you get a lot of 2s and 3s and 4s. You know? Me, I get, like, 1s or 8s. We are absolutely in the double digits at this point. There it is. Oh my god, was that the 25th? 12, yeah, it's the 25th dig, of course. 25th dig. Ironically, the best possible luck on that dig alone. Alright. Nuke that. Not much point in continuing a run that's already 10 minutes in the hole. I mean, maybe it was like a 6-hour run or something, but on a 2-hour run, being 10 minutes down, no, that's not going to work out. All right, so now that I have time to look at it, one more time, Dooney771, I assume that's how you say that. Thank you very much for the follow, and then a very big thank you too for like the 5 gifted subs there. Or well, honestly, I really don't even know what to say to that, but no, like, I appreciate it a lot. I really do. And then, let's see, 第4課はこいつのせいでいいタイムだったのに。いや。まあ、こういうゲームです。こういうゲームですよ。あげるといい、まあ、このゲームはそういうところだな。でも、まあ、昨日も一昨日も運が割と良かったからこういう反発が来るんですからね。Okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna grab something to drink. ありがとうございました。じゃあ、もう一ちょい。もう一回だけ。やってみましょう。Let's go one more time. Now, if I can get a decent run this time. I'll be a little bit over time, but that's fine. Like, a good run on this is worth being late. So, you gotta take what you can get from this game. Alright, 3, 2, 1, hurry. I have to go back and count how many times it took me to get that thing to show up. That was something else. That's close to the worst time I've ever had there. Like, I think I've actually had it take more times, but that was mostly because I just dug poorly. Like, this time I was digging really well and just wouldn't show up. What are you gonna do? And sometimes it takes 100 attempts to get a 1 in 32 chance, I guess. What else can you say? Oh. Thought I was getting stabbed for sure there. I mean, if nothing else, you guys got to see what it looks like when it shows up on the 25th dig. I mean, it feels real quick when it shows up on the 25th dig. I mean, that alone can save you like 10 seconds there. I mean, it's definitely not the craziest RNG gate you'll ever see, but it's one of the more pernicious ones. I don't know if pernicious is the exact word I'm looking for there, but I think you understand what I mean. Like that game being at that point in the run. Whatever, we're still good. As long as I take care of this ball and chain knight down here decently, not much to worry about. It's the third time today I've been hitting him to the right. I guess I'm just a little bit too anxious. Cutting up too soon. Ugh. Just to advocate for myself, like that 2.7 second loss there, I mean, that's versus a gold split, okay? Yesterday's PB, this first section was the best I've ever done. Right now I'm in pretty good form overall. Especially compared to last week. I mean, last week was a disaster. Just couldn't get anything going last week. Alright, let's go. Oof. What a surprise. Just had a feeling if I walked right under me, this was going to turn into this. A little bit of a wide path there. Gave up 0.1 second in exchange for definitely not losing 1 second. Oh, come on, man. Don't do that. Always stinks when they do that. I say they, but it's one rat. Oh my god. What if that not hit? Alright, that's fine. I can pick up that time. It's gonna have a good dungeon. Have a good dungeon, I can pick up way more than 4 seconds. Ten seconds off world record, please. Already. No, it isn't. It's 619, wasn't it? It's not 621, it's 619. Anyway, 619 is like the best recorded number, I think. World record runs at 621 there. Oof. Thought I was going to make it. Not a very lucky run to the Eastern Palace here so far. 41, 42, that's pretty slow. Nice to get that without having to take 3 hits. Alright. Sorry. Something threw me off there. I don't know what it was. Oh, it's going all right. I'm doing okay today, but oh man, that last run, the RNG on that was something else. So I had a really good run going, and then we got to Ganos Tower, and I was like, okay, yesterday was a 7. It can't possibly, you know, be that bad. You know, even with a 3, I'm gonna pick up like, you know, 30 seconds here. 6. Yeah. I suppose. Oh man. How'd I mess that up? But then it's like, okay, well, I'm still like, you know, after that, like, I have a pretty good Dark Palace, so I'm 24 seconds up. You know, 24 seconds up. That's pretty good, you know? 24 seconds up, even with a 6 on a Ganem. Okay, like, I could be, like, if that's a 0 instead of a 6, I'm up by, like, over a minute. Then we get the shovel game. I'm like, okay, well, you know, maybe it'll be a 1, but... You know, I got 1s 2 days in a row. I can't really have that high expectations. Double digits. By the time it finally showed up, and it showed up on the 25th dig on the last attempt. Because of course it did. I was already 9 minutes behind. 25th. So basically it showed up on the first dig it could possibly show up on the last attempt. No. Like, not 24 attempts. There's like 11, I think. It was either 11 or 12. I don't know. I'd have to go back and count. I'm pretty certain it was double digits. Like, I wasn't expecting it to take that long, so I didn't count like the first few. I was just like, oh, okay, we'll just dig until it shows up, and then, you know, we'll go again. And it just wouldn't show up. And, you know, like, most of the time when it doesn't show up, it's because I'm not really digging that well. Like, today I was digging fine. Like, 36s or 37s pretty much every time. So. I mean, the thing is, like, if you want to know, like, how much time you can save by getting on the 25th dig, I think when the heart showed up, there's still 10 seconds left on the timer. I mean, like, just getting on the 25th, like, that's a big time save there. Oh, my lord. They made the impenetrable wall. If I can get that, like, on the first attempt, on the 25th dig, like, you can have a major time save there. But that's like that's what, it's a 1 in 32 to get that? And judging by, like, how 25th attempt, no. Not quite that bad, not yet. I'm sure that's coming eventually. With my luck, there will be a day, okay? Like, the treasure box game ever got to 20 attempts, so in and of itself is ludicrous. It's like, that one's not even dependent on, like, your skill. That's just opening a box. Let me tell you something, man. Like, with how bad last week was going, I was halfway like, okay, maybe I need to take, like, a week or so off from this game or something. Maybe I need to take, like, a month off and just practice, and then I'll come back. Oh man, last week was bad. I don't know. Getting those PBs back to back, though, I mean, it took a lot of pressure off. I guess let's check back in a month and see how I feel. Oh, I thought I could just walk through that. Whatever. I have resetting here. Let's just go. I mean, sometimes you just need to kind of, like, step away just to kind of break bad habits that you don't even realize you've got. And the thing is, like, if you kind of take a little bit of time off something, when you come back, you have to actually think about what you're doing. And it kind of forces you to reevaluate some of the stuff you might have been doing before. Like, a lot of times, taking time off, you come back better just because you forgot some of the stupid things you were doing. You have to go back and, like, look at the right way to do it. It was killing me last week just because I knew I could get a good PB, and it just wasn't happening. And it wasn't the RNG's fault, because I was like, even like on the attempts where the RNG was good, like, I'd do something really stupid and just blow it. It's starting to get to me. And then that PB I got a couple of weeks ago where, I mean, it was a PB, but man, was it not a good PB. In terms of, you know, like, how well I played, especially down the stretch. But like yesterday's and the day before, I mean, I don't really have too much complaint about how I played. It's mostly just the RNG wasn't as good as I would have liked. that's the case, there's really nothing you can do about it. Alright. Eventually there's going to come a day where, unless the RNG is close to immaculate, it's not going to matter how good I run. I don't look forward to that. Well, legendary can have many different meanings. Sometimes it means legendarily bad. That last run wasn't quite there, but it tried. On the RNG front. Like, it's going to be tough to top, what was it, a Ganem 12? That one's going to be tough to top. That was 9 blue balls straight off the bat. So that's 1 in 512. Which one you say it, I mean, 1 in 512. I mean, that's bad. It doesn't feel that bad, you know? Yes, that's the way I feel about it. Luckily, that's the way my luck tends to run. It's either really good or unbelievably bad. Like, a lot of times I'd just be happy with normal luck and I just can't get it. Like yesterday. Just normal luck on the Ganem and I'd have been in 156 range, but nope. Wasn't in the cards. I'm a casual believer in karma. Or at least luck balancing itself out. Like, I know the math on it. Like, there's no such thing as streaks and things like that, but if you took me to Vegas and put me in front of one of those roulette tables and black had hit 12 times in a row, you can bet your ass I'd be putting down money on red for a little while afterwards. Hey, like I say, 99% of gamblers quit just before they hit it big. I should have just ignored him and kept going. I thought he was going to charge at me. And he did the worst thing he could have done, is fake me out and then run into me. There's pretty much only one form of gambling where you can be good at it, and that's sports gambling. But even being good at sports gambling, I mean, you're still going to lose a lot. Oh, I did it again. I rushed that a little bit. I should have, like, I haven't been missing that. I've been getting that more recently just because I've not been rushing it. I tried to rush it in there and expected results. All right. Oops. Whoa. Messed that up. Are you up to 80 yet? Hopefully it didn't reset. Which previous run? I shouldn't have deleted anything. Oh, that one. Oh, okay. You're talking about on here. Yeah. Like, it was so old at that point. Like, it didn't really make a point to keep it. So. Like, there was a reason, a decent reason why I kept it, and I don't remember what it was anymore, which means I didn't need it. So. Yes, sports gambling, if you are good at it, you can actually beat the house. The only thing is, like, most people aren't good enough at it to beat the house. And sports gambling, too, you gotta be careful just because, like, make no mistake, they absolutely put their fingers on the scale with that, too. Like basketball especially. I mean, there's a lot of sports where let's just say the outcome is not as random as it may seem. And the thing is, like, even in team sports, all it takes is like one player to do something stupid to change the outcome of a game. And since a lot of sports gambling isn't about win-lose, it's about, like, margin of victory and that kind of stuff too. Like, those are really easy to kind of nudge with the right pressure. Oh. But yeah, like, the more digital things become, the more wary I am of casinos. Oh, man. Whatever, I'm just gonna keep going. It's got a really awful time already. Jesus. This makes sense where I take 3 ticks of damage, that's a lot. I don't know. I don't know too much about how far along some places are going with dynamic pricing. Is all I know is, like, dynamic prices is going to end up getting someplace sued just because. Oh boy. I can't believe that worked. See, you're probably thinking, oh, he just kind of got lucky hitting that green knight there. I was aiming for that. I legit was hoping that was going to happen. I can't believe that worked. Four seconds behind. Jesus. Whatever. Let's keep going. I can pick up like 2 or 3 seconds here if it's a good sewer. It's going to have to be a good sewer anyway, otherwise I'm going to die. What's going to get them in trouble with dynamic pricing is, like, if at any point it appears that they're trying to price things differently down to the individual level, oh my lord. There it went. They're going to get sued. And the most likely thing they're going to get sued on is racial discrimination. Like, dynamic pricing is like a really kind of dangerous path to go down. Because the other thing it does is it kind of erodes trust in your store. Like, if people don't have the ability to trust that the price that they can get it at when they put it in the carts, what's going to be the price when they get to the register. I've had to deal with dynamic pricing before with I think it's Alibaba. It was one of the Chinese websites. I forget. But I think I may have told this story before, but a year and a half ago, I needed to repair my PS4 because the power supply had gone bad. And obviously it's out of warranty at this point, so sending it to Sony just didn't seem like a smart thing to do. So I looked up how to do it online, because you can look up how to fix anything online these days. And especially if it's even a remote popular product. And so they had the instructions for how to replace a power supply in a PS2 or a PS4. So I purchased it, or I went to go purchase it. And like, the thing is, like, China's got a bunch of them because the people that manufactured them, they've got the extra supply that Sony always makes just in case. Like, that's how it goes with this kind of manufacturing things, is my understanding, is like, you don't obviously build just to order, because if something goes wrong, then it's a mess. So you always have surplus. And so a lot of Chinese companies that have these kind of surplus parts, they just sell them because they got nothing else to do with them. And you can get them a lot cheaper than you would buying them from official routes. But they are the exact same thing. Like, they're the part, it's just the part being sold by the manufacturer, not the distributor. But anyway, so they were priced, I forget what the price was, but let's say like $50 when I was looking at them. That's pretty cheap. And so I was looking at it, and then I went and I put it in my cart. And then when I went to go purchase it, I noticed that the price had gone up. Now, the thing is, like, this wasn't the only one available. There were like multiple people selling the same thing at like more or less the same price. A few people had it a little bit higher. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll just go pick it up from somewhere else. And then I noticed that like pretty much all the other places had adjusted their prices upward too. So the way I see it, because I doubt people are buying those that often, they put that price on there, and then the second they see that you want to buy it, they jack it up. And either the sellers are all kind of connected, or they're all using algorithms to check the prices for other places. So it's like, it was still cheaper than I could get it anywhere else, so I went ahead and bought it. Even though they jacked the price up like 20 or 30% right before the purchase. But I'm pretty much never going to buy anything from a place like that ever again unless I have no choice. Because like a place that's willing to do that to you, like there's all sorts of other stuff they'll do to you too. Yeah, like a lot of the old, what do you call them? Retailer is not the word I'm looking for. Department stores. A lot of the old department stores, like the pricing was bull crap. Yeah, it's kind of funny, like, I don't remember whether the department stores got in trouble for it, but you know, like, if you remember KB Toys in the US, like, there's a toy store in the US called KB Toys, and they were located mostly within malls. And, like, a lot of their pricing strategy is they would set the price unreasonably high and then discount it down to, like, the normal price to try to get people to think that they were getting a good deal. And they got sued over that, and they lost. The thing is, like, pretty much all of the major department stores did the same thing, like Macy's and everything else. I mean, they talk about things being on sale, but then the things were, like, either always on sale or, you know, the sale was more or less at what the price was supposed to be in the first place. Like, I don't know if they ever got in trouble for that or not. I do know one thing, though, like, games probably need, like, for a long time, the standardized pricing of games was kind of to the advantage of the consumer, but that's not the case anymore, I don't think. Like, I think games probably need to just... in the US probably need to get rid of the idea of like a standardized price and just let them price them however they want. Then you'll actually see how much these things are worth. Like, they do that in Japan. That's why games actually kind of tend to be cheaper over here, I think. It feels like too much, but then $80 is just the $60 you were paying for a game 5 years ago in terms of value. I mean, it sucks to think about that, but that's the truth. Oh yeah, I mean, that was like standard practice at department stores. The thing is, like, there were times, like, you could get legit deals on stuff, but... like, a lot of their sales were just, you know, mark it down to the regular price. And you wanted, like, suits and that kind of thing. Like, never, ever, 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 ever buy a suit at, like, a retail price because you're getting ripped off. Like, most of the time, like, you gotta buy 2 suits to be able to get the real price. Because when it's like, buy one, get one free, what they're really telling you is this is really only worth half of what they're selling it for. Either that or, like, they're just trying to get rid of it. Yeah, to be fair though, like, usually when I see things like that where, like, the clearance is only a small discount, it's usually because it's something that they think they can sell otherwise. Like, it's something, you know, that still has some kind of market for it. Because, like, what'll happen with a lot of things like that, especially if, like, the store's closing, I think, is if they can't sell it, then they'll just ship it to another store, or they'll sell it to, like, a reseller. Now, to be fair, though, when I was younger, like, Best Buy used to have sales where it'd be like, buy two, get the third free or something like that for video games. No, those were a deal. It's always crazy to me too that like most of the games back when like I was buying stuff for the PS1 and PS2, like they'd be discounted the first week, you know? It'd usually be like $10 off this first week a lot of times, and I was like, wow, that seems like a odd way to do things. Like, those would be the people most willing to pay a lot, but if you could get stuff like a $40 game would be like $30 the first week or something like that. A $50 game would be $40 the first week or something. But I don't know if you guys know or not, though, but like $80 games, like Super Nintendo games will cost $80 sometimes. Like Lufia 2, I think cost me either $70 or $80 when I bought it. Oh yeah. Like, PlayStation game prices kind of threw off everybody's expectations for how much games were. Because PlayStation games were cheap. Ah, I've screwed up. God damn it. Like when games went from cartridges to discs, like that really did allow a big discount. Like that's things didn't used to be as bad as they are now with how businesses treated their customers. It's just like in the last 20 years or so, it's gotten really bad. Like back then, like when it went from cartridge to CD, games got cheaper because the CDs just didn't cost nearly as much as a cartridge to manufacture. Because there's like, I think like N64 games were like 60 or $70, I think, depending on the game. Just because, you know, like Nintendo was having to pay for those cartridges back then. Those carts cost a lot of money. Like it's probably like back then, maybe what, $10 a cart? I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, now you can make them for a lot cheaper, but just because how much cheaper memory has gotten versus how much it cost back then. Oh yeah, like PlayStation era and PS2 era, like clearance stuff, like yeah, $5, $10. I mean, like last year's sports game, you could give those away for the most part. Like, what were games that you always found in like in the discount bin? It was always sports games, and then Siphon Filter was in there a lot. Let's see what else I remember seeing in there a lot. Like puzzle games, you'd find in there a lot. Yeah, I mean, cartridge, like, games would get really cheap when they got old, just because, like, the retailers didn't want them in stock anymore for obvious reasons. I mean, they're just taking up space. And at that point, nobody's really interested in buying them, so you're just trying to get somebody to buy them, you know? Like, I remember when I was young and we went to this store. Like, there was a retail chain called American Fair for a little while. And my brother and I went there, and they had a bunch of old NES cards that they were just selling for like $5 each or something like that, for like ridiculously low prices. We got a bunch of stuff that was... I mean, it wasn't like top flight games or anything like that, but I mean, they were kind of interesting games that you probably wouldn't have paid attention to otherwise. Thing is, like, now most of those games that cost a lot of money to buy. Oh my lord. That was a mistake. Oh well, let's keep going. I mean, PS1 games were $50. Like, the Final Fantasy games were $50. It's just that, the only games that were $50 on the PS1 were the ones that usually tended to be like multiple discs. So like the bigger RPGs and things like that, those would go for $50. Like Metal Gear Solid, I remember when it came out, was $50. So that's also a 2-disc game too. Symphony of the Night may have been $40 when it came out. That was one of the first games I bought. Like, I bought that PlayStation specifically for Final Fantasy VII. Like, if it hadn't been for Final Fantasy being on the PlayStation, I'd probably gotten a Nintendo 64. But they had Final Fantasy VII. Like, I'd seen the previews of it. I was like, ooh, this looks like it's gonna be really good. And then, my mom wasn't gonna let me get away with having 2 game systems. So. Honestly, like, if I hadn't bought it myself, she wouldn't have bought me a PlayStation anyway, so I just bought it myself. But yeah, I think, like, the first game I got was Symphony of the Night, and then I got Final Fantasy VII after that when it came out. Yeah, like PS2 games were standard $50. I think there might have been some $60 PS2 games. I can't remember though. It's been a while. But $50 was more or less the standard, but it may have been the case that there were some $60 ones though. I mean, the thing is, like, PS2, at least at the time, they had the argument that DVD was still relatively new technology. So the DVDs cost more to manufacture than the CDs, maybe? I mean, they were still trying, at that point, they were still trying to make the money back off of the initial investment in the R&D, I think. Because that was the thing, like, PS2 is what really pushed DVDs into homes. Especially in Japan. Like, in Japan, like, a PS2 was by far the cheapest DVD player at the time. In the US, maybe not the cheapest, but I mean, when combined with being a game machine, I mean, a lot of people bought PS2s as DVD players, mainly. I mean, at the end of the day, Sony made bank off of that because, I mean, DVD was the game machine, not only the game machine, but the DVDs themselves were, like, the licensing fees for that made Sony a lot of money. And then with PS3 and Blu-ray, I mean, Sony lost so much money early on. on how cheap those PS3s were versus how expensive Blu-ray players were at the time. Because what, the PS3 was $600, but like a decent Blu-ray player back then was $1,000. I mean, so not only was the PS3 the cheapest Blu-ray player, it was also by far the most technologically advanced one. I mean, it cost Sony a ton of money to do that too. But I mean, it won them the format war versus HD DVD. It's just unfortunately for them, Blu-rays weren't quite as big a seller as DVDs were, just because of digital downloading and streaming. But they've still made plenty of money off of it. Just not as much as they would have liked. Lost too much health. I mean, unless you were kind of following it, a lot of people probably don't remember, but like back when HD, DVD, and Blu-ray were kind of duking it out, you know, like not all the movie publishers or they would choose one format or the other. They weren't putting their stuff on both formats. So like you would have like some of the makers, I think Warner Brothers chose HD DVD, and then like MGM and I forget, like Paramount chose Blu-ray, and so like you couldn't get everything on one format until HD DVD finally just gave up. And then the 360s, they had the HD DVD drives, yeah, but then you couldn't watch movies on them, I think, originally. I think that was the case. It's like you need some kind of adapter or extension to be able to watch movies on there or something like that, I think. Which was if that was the case, and I think it was, that was just like a huge mistake on their part. Let's see, my console history was Atari 2600 to NES to Game Boy to Super NES to PlayStation. I think somewhere in there I got a Game Boy Pocket. I don't think I ever got a Game Boy Color though. And then it was like Game Boy Advance. And then PS2. Oh. Cannonball to the face. I'm not sure I could have done anything about that. That's kind of unfortunate. Oh, is it? Yeah, then Game Boy Advance, then PSP. What was the folding Game Boy? Was that a Game Boy Color? Not the DS. Before the DS, there was another one that folded up. SP, yes. Was that an advance or was that a color? Oh, okay. So my brother had one of those. Like I never got one of those. My brother did though. He played the Zelda games on that, like Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages. I never did get one of those. But yeah, I got the Advance and then like the PSP and then PS3. I did get an N64 though. I forgot about that. I got an N64 before I got the PS3. Because I wanted to play Ogre Battle 64. And Ocarina of Time. Those were really like the only two games I was interested in. Like I've never owned an Xbox. I do own one Xbox game though. I bought a Panzer Dragoon Orta. Because I figured if I ever got an Xbox, that would be the game I'd play. But yeah, there's the DS and then the 3DS. Like, I have a DS and a 3DS. One of my DSs got stolen because my bag got stolen. So I had to re-buy one. I have a GameCube. And a Wii. Don't have a Wii U. It's because I never saw the point. And then PS4. Switch. PS5. And then I bought a Vita in there somewhere, but it's still sealed in box. Like it's one of the original Vitas. I have my 3DS is the one that came when the Link to the Past sequel came out, Link Between Ages. So it's a special 3DS. It's got like a Triforce design on the top half of it, and it's gold. That's my 3DS. I don't have one of the special 3DSs that came with the extra nub for you to be able to play like Monster Hunter. That's why it was put on there. It's put on there so you can play Monster Hunter. Alright. It was so you can move the camera. It was either like Monster Hunter or like Metal Gear Solid. I forget which one it was. Like, because they put Metal Gear Solid 3 on the 3DS. I don't know if you remember that or not. Like, they tried putting shooters on there, and because they only had one analog stick, like the first time they put a shooter on there, you had to use like you had to use like the face buttons to control the camera. Or something like that. It was a nightmare trying to get it to work. So then they added that nub in. And then I think for like Monster Hunter, there was actually like an adapter with an extra analog stick or something that they sold at one point. I can't remember. Like the DS and the 3DS went through a lot of kind of iterations. Because you remember then they also had the 2DS, which was just a board. Oh yeah, like my understanding is it's a solid experience, but it's obviously just not the easiest thing to play. PC-wise, like the first PC that was at my house was like this really old piece of crap. This is a CGA monitor. Like you got to be old to remember this, but like there was a time when monitors, there were 3 types of monitors, and depending on the monitor, like it changed the amount of colors that was available for it. There was like CGA, EGA, and VGA. And I forget which one was the best of those 3 and which was the worst. I don't remember the order was, but like the computer we had was whichever one was the lowest one. Like my dad got it from work. Like it was an old computer they didn't want anymore, so they let him take it home. And that computer, when you booted it up, like it would, do the memory check on it. It had 640 kilobytes of memory on it. 640 kilobytes of memory. RAM. I don't know how big the hard disk was. It wasn't that big though. I think it's maybe like 40 megs or something like that. I don't know. Like it wasn't that big. It was really small compared to anything you'd see today. Yeah, I had something like that. Like we bought this attachment for the Game Boy. It wasn't an official thing, but like you could put it on it and then it had a light that would shine on it, and then there was like a magnifying glass for the screen. It's like you would attach it to the top of the Game Boy and then you could turn on the light. And so you could play it at night. Because back then, like the Game Boy wasn't backlit, so if you didn't have light, you couldn't see anything. Versus the Game Gear. My friend had a Game Gear. The Game Gear was backlit, so you could play that in the dark. At least I think it was. Pretty sure it was. Yeah, like the thing I had didn't have speakers on it though, but it did have the light and the magnifying, like a screen to just magnify it. Yes, I remember doing that. I've done that too before, like in the car. If you're driving at night, like if you're on the expressway, like the screen's kind of going in and out because you're going by like the street lamps. And you can't like turn on the lights in the car because like if you turn on the lights, my dad's like, I can't see, turn the light out. So. I couldn't play Game Boy too much in the car anyway though. Like I was like, whenever I tried to do something like that, I always ended up getting car sick. I understand why now though. It's also why I couldn't read when I was in the car. It's just like the vibrations from the car. Like your eyes trying to follow the vibrations. It just kind of, it's like too much stress or something like that. It just causes you to get headache, or causes me to get headaches. I don't know if that's true. I mean, it might be true though. I do think though at night, if like you turn on the interior lights, it does make it harder to see out the front. I mean, the thing is, it's not like it really like burns up gas or electricity or anything like that while the car is running. I mean, it obviously uses some electricity, but compared to like what's powering the car or like the air conditioner or something, like it's negligible, you know? Especially now with like interior lights are probably LEDs, so it's literally almost nothing to turn them on. But I do remember, like, when I was younger, though, if you left the car door open for like an hour, though, you could kill the battery on a car. Like, the incandescent bulbs definitely used up a lot more power than an LED. Like, a lot more. I mean, I did that to my parents once or twice. Like, didn't close the car door all the way, so the car stayed, so the light stayed on, and come out the next morning, the battery's dead. I remember, like, there'd be times where, like, I'd open the door to the garage and with the lights out and just make sure that the light wasn't on in the car. Why would it kill the Why would it kill the battery? Oh, because, like, I mean, you know, like, if the door's open, like, the interior lights turn on, right? Now, like, with most cars today, the interior lights will eventually go off on their own to prevent that from happening. But back then, like, you didn't have that on cars. So, like, if you had the door open and, like, the interior light was set to door, like the ceiling light, like you can set, like it's always got that switch on it. So you can set it to on, off, or in the middle. And if you set it in the middle, it turns on when you open the door. So like if you got it set to door, or if you got it set to on, you know, it's not going to go out. I don't know. People still do that. I mean, I think in Japan, like, cars in Japan will have, like, TVs in, like, the back, you know, in the back of the headrest or something like that, so that kids can watch TV or potentially even play games on them, I think, at this point. I mean, if all it needs is an HDMI jack, then yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if you could plug in a game system to them. Although you'd want a pretty powerful car for that. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, like, most of the time now it's just, like, tablets or stuff, so, like, all you need is a USB jack just to keep it charged up. Yeah, like, some of the weirdest stuff I used to see over here is, like, there was this kind of thing that some people would do where, like, they would drive a van, you know? Like one of those, you know, like work vans or whatever, you know, those big, like, you know, caravans or whatever. And then, like, the back window would be like 8 different TV screens, like playing music videos or something like that. I never understood that. I was like, what? Why? It's like, you can't even see it. They'd be driving around and it's got like these music videos playing on like 8 different screens on the back of their van. I don't know. Like, they probably take those cars somewhere and then, like, they hang out in, like, a parking lot or somewhere, or like on the side of a street somewhere, and, you know, like, people come around and they're just playing music out of it, I would imagine. But then you got the people that wrap their cars in anime. There's a guy at my building that had a car like that for a while for, what was it, RE0? Not Resident Evil 0, but, that, whatever that anime is called, re-something. I forget. It's one of those isekai ones. Yeah. Like, some of the people that do that, like, they're getting paid to do it. Like, it's like, the advertising company will pay you to wrap your car in that, and you just drive around like that. They call them susha over here, I think. Like it's the kanji for itamu for like pain, and then the kanji for car. So it's like a painful car. Like a lot of the cars over here now, if they've got a navigation system, they usually come with like a TV tuner on them. So like, I've never personally owned a car with it, but like a lot of people like watch TV in their car. Like I've been behind a lot of people in traffic and stopped at the, like, you know, traffic lights and things like that. And I can see they're watching anime. Okay, it's 9:40. All right. Well, couldn't get a PB today. Not that that's surprising. Like, I'm more surprised that I got another one yesterday. PB 2 days ago. Next day, I would just do some runs to see how it goes. We get another PB. And then the day's first run was really, like, the first legit run was, like, really good. And I was like, oh, man, maybe we get a third one. And then RNG just kicked me right in the nuts. So maybe next time. From 10 o'clock, we are going to be playing a new game. Not new game, old game. 2-year-old game. I'm going to be playing Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. My understanding is somewhere like between like a Souls game and like a Monster Hunter game. Like it's an action RPG. But the game's got expansion coming out next week, I think. And like I bought the special edition of it a year and a half ago. Like my friends played it a bunch and like they asked me to play it. And I just never got around to buying it. And then I did buy it and then I never played it. So I'm like, well, that was a good time as any to play it, I suppose. So that's what I'm going to be playing today. Probably not going to be playing too long today, but I'm going to be playing that after this. See how that is. Like it's funny. Like Cygames was mostly known for just like maybe making mobile games, and like Grand Blue Fantasy is like a really popular mobile game that they've made, and they've made a lot of money off of it. And they just kind of made this thing, and like they'd never really made like single player games like this, or you know, like console games like this before. And apparently, it was actually really good. So. Like, they weren't even thinking of making an expansion for it. Then when they released it, I don't think they're expecting it to really sell that well, and it sold a lot better than they expected, so they made more for it. But if I enjoy this, I might get the expansion for that and play that when it comes out. But for right now, I need to get through this. Alright, but thanks for watching, guys. Thanks again to Dooney771. That really just kind of came out of nowhere, but I do appreciate the follow and then the 5 gifted subs as well. Didn't get a chance to talk to him directly just because of the timing of it, but I'll be back tomorrow with more Link to the Past runs, hopefully earlier than today. Like, it just YouTube was being a pain in the ass today. Like it took me longer to get started today because I had to get stuff ready for the next stream. But even with that, like it's like the YouTube is not playing nice with Brave right now. And I thought I could just turn off the ad filters and it would work. But like even turning the ad filters off doesn't work. Like it's just YouTube just will not work with my web browser right now. And I am not installing Chrome. Screw that. No. I'm not going to use Chrome just because YouTube's being a bitch. But I don't know, I might get Firefox though. Firefox will work properly. I would consider that, but I'm not getting Chrome. But that made me a little bit late today. Like, I used Chrome for a long time, but it's just like YouTube decided they were going to turn Chrome into this kind of disastrous thing that nobody wanted to use. So, okay, I'll use Brave then. Brave is basically Chrome without all of the garbage that Google wants to put in it. And it's like, I understand YouTube's fight with ad blockers and things like that on their platform, but the thing is, like, they want to put in stuff that makes it so ad blockers won't work anywhere. You know, like, they can go to hell with that. It's important that people remember, like, Google is not a technology company anymore. Google is an advertising company that makes technology. Yeah, like, they did this whole thing where, like, they forced everybody to upgrade to a new standard of, I forget what it's called, but the new standard makes it really hard to do ad blocking and things like that. So it basically made it so that a lot of the old extensions wouldn't work anymore. And, like, just beyond that, like, Chrome's just filled with all kinds of tracking software and stuff like that at this point too, for advertising purposes. You just, unless you just don't care at all, you really shouldn't be using Chrome. Brave's already up over 100 million users now. Like, I never really thought it'd get that big, but just people have gotten so sick of it. And then the thing is too, like, YouTube Premium, the whole idea of YouTube Premium is like you would pay them money and then you wouldn't have to deal with ads or any kind of that garbage. You could just watch the videos and be left alone. And, like, now they won't even let you do that. So people are just kind of haven't had enough. Thing is, you know, like, I'm really not against, like, having to watch ads for the videos, but it's just like, there's no sense of, like, how many ads or how long they should be. It's just like, there's absolutely no delicacy with that at all. And it's just intrusive and obnoxious to the point of where it's like, okay, well, if this is going to be this bad, I'm just not going to watch ads at all. Fuck you. So there is stuff for mobile. It's just it's not quite as ubiquitous. Like, but you can get ad blockers for mobile though. And if you're on your home network, like, if you know how to set up a Raspberry Pi properly, you can black hole most of the ads before they get to your phone anyway, and then you can use your phone at home and not have to worry about it. And if you're like a super user and you've got unlimited data, you could just set up a proxy server at your own house and route everything through there. Just have your phone connect to that. But that takes a decent amount of work to get that to. But I know there are people that do that though. And if you can do it, it's a pretty good idea to do it. All right, but I need to go ahead and get ready for the next stream, so I'll be back in about 15-20 minutes or so. And we're going to be playing some Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. It may be closer to 30 minutes, but that's because, like, I've got to clean up some things around the house real quick before I start, but that's what I'm going to be doing. So thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks again for the subs and the follows on the stream. feels bad that the run didn't end as well as I would hope, but at least it was somewhat amusing of an ending, and not me, you know, like dying some random place. But yeah, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink coming up after this. If you're interested, by all means, stick around or come back. And otherwise, hope to see you tomorrow. Be back with more Link to the Past runs a little bit earlier than today, and hopefully get some better RNG than this. Although I don't know, like I may have to struggle for a little while. 2 1s on Shovel Gamer in a row. That's like a 10% shot, so I'm prepared for the backlash. All right. Have a good one, folks. See you soon. Thanks again.